Welcome to a week in the life of a burnt out therapist. I summon the energy to head to work, stress relief and stemming with blue tack while I'm dealing with stakeholder conflicts, cheeky emotional support cupcake, nice coffee, gotta make those KPIs, and more deep breathing while dealing with volatile behaviours from others, and then we run away. I had every intention of filming way more content for that video, but unfortunately life and my mental health specifically got in the way. So I thought, why not sit down and talk about what happened. So last year I was working as a full-time behaviour therapist while running my own private practice as a psychotherapist. Juggling that, I was basically in survival mode the entire year, and I got to about October when I realised I had maybe socialised twice the entire year. I hadn't done any hobbies because I didn't have any. All I had was work. And for me, someone with ADHD, I was just hyper-focused, and I put my own needs to the side until it was too late. I'd started recognizing the signs of burnout probably a good 3 to 4 months before it actually hit. And for me, I stupidly thought that I had more time. I thought because I'd dealt with burnout before and because I'm aware of it, that I would be able to sort of push it to the side and address it later when I had a bit more time. And then November came, I had surgery, and that is when I hit the wall. The pinnacle for my burnout for me was when I started getting physical symptoms, specifically having chest pains, which that was really the catalyst for my GP and psychologist to pull me aside and say, hey, like, you're not fit to work. You need to take time off, and you need to think about whether or not you seriously can keep going like this. So I took some medical leave, and then I quit. I think the biggest misconception is that burnout is just when you feel exhausted, but burnout actually manifests in everyone differently. So for me, the first time I ever had burnout, I was in my early 20s. I was at university, I was studying full time, I had 2 jobs on the side, and that time that I experienced burnout were a lot of physical symptoms, a lot of stomach pain, a lot of not being able to eat because of stomach ulcers, not being able to concentrate with brain fog and like constant anxiety, panic attacks. I was losing my hair, and I had rapid weight loss as well. And all of that culminated in me having a nice little minty bee at the age of 23. So some of the signs that I had this time around was constant exhaustion, which you can experience with ADHD anyway, so that wasn't really a new concept for me, but it was just a whole new level of exhaustion. I'd come home and I would just doom scroll for hours, and I would struggle to get even the basic chores done because I just couldn't. Forget socializing, that didn't even cross my mind because I was too exhausted. And then the other sign I would say was the emotional numbness. Even though I was still experiencing happiness, I was pushing all of my other emotions to the side. If any of this resonates with you and you'd like to follow along on my journey, I'm going to be documenting all kinds of topics, from day in the life of a therapist to some psychoeducation, and my personal experience with ADHD, OCD, and generalized anxiety disorder. If you'd like to give me a follow, I'd really appreciate it. Stay tuned for the next video where I dive into where I'm at now post burnout.